Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you helped. You gave us the idea to talk to everyone again, more
Objection!
or less. Objection!
Objection! See, he's doing it right.
Yeah.
You're late, Makoto. We have all been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid because you'd be discovered as the murderer that you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial.
Conclusions?
There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Probably. I don't know.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fate will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Can I save? Let me see.
Yeah, dude. C-STAN?
Should we talk to people?
Yeah, I might as well. Let's get started.
Got it.
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way.
Hey.
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
God, Jesus.
She's so cool!
Damn. We really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh? If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
What? What?
So whoever stuck us here even took up time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder that whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence?
See, I mean, you would assume, I feel like by the...
Sorry, in the end I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her?
I feel like if you were just a normal person, you'd assume that the bear did it. But this is an anime, and anime rules apply. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're in here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready?
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out.
I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared?
No, scared isn't quite right.
Like I said before, it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try to give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heartbeat starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant awaiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
Into heck. The elevator straight to where heck is.
It was a fancy courtroom.
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's just like a Hollywood movie set, right? Shit. Not even close. It's total shit.
Well, now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yoo-hoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. There's a lot of witness testimony stands. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly fate. A deadly class trial.
Wah!
Pre-trial prep. Can I not just review evidence whenever I want?
No.
I don't have any skills.
Yeah. Oh, you have Melodia's voice and a handiwork.
Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective during the bullet time battle. Costs 4 SP. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement's destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle.
What the fuck? I thought this was gonna be a trial. I don't know, allocate those skills.
Do I do something?
Yeah, click on them. Perfect. I mean, I feel like, you know, Hifumi was too helpful to be the killer. He was too, like, he wasn't obstructive during the investigation.
With a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then, everyone close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
They're death
I
pictures.
feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Oh, Hifumi.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready
That's not
to
suspicious.
Get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class
Prosecutor?
trial begin.
Yeah, is Gumshoe here? Is that 16 stand for Gumshoe?
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
Yes?
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried in their statements. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Contradiction!
Okay.
Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones.
Blast them!
Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. If you press the option buttons during the arguments, you can review controls. Good luck and have fun. Oh boy. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, you know that. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
You shoot her? Did you shoot her?
I thought I did.
Did you shoot her with a gun? Did you kill Chihiro with your truth bullet?
Unable to spot and refute, the argument will repeat. Okay, that's good. In a group of statements, some words appear in different color. That represents potential hole, possible weak spot. Important, but not always inaccurate sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure you're actually wrong. It's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward by holding down circle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Speed this up.
And the murder took place in Makoto.
In the bathroom.
It was the computer lady's thing, right?
It's likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Do it again.
Am I not doing it right?
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Do I have to? Do I have to shoot like a specific word or something?
I guess.
In the bathroom. So it seems most like the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even
Next
have
one.
a chance to resist.
Where's my thing? Oh, crap.
It's like typing of the dead.
And the murder.
Not like that at all.
So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was
It's
in
the
the
next
She didn't
one.
even have a chance
No,
to
it's this one.
Yeah, I know.
You keep shooting the previous one.
I assert that the one who was
And the murder took
in the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Just a
Okay.
second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
that much should have
Is
been
she supposed
obvious
to be
after
French?
taking one look at
I don't
the
know.
scene.
Or
Shouldn't
Russian or
even need
something?
explaining.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's next?
Yeah.
Dummy.
Idiot.
Go back to a computer.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Do you think Hifumi and Monokuma are the same voice actor?
They do sound similar.
Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her? There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
So smart.
It's the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife.
Try it. Shoot him.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Objection.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives...
What's that?
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could
Mondo, are you a dummy?
Yeah.
Okay, so the murder weapon
Mondo, are you dumb?
Where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right.
Oh, shoot him!
Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep
This
at
one
it,
was
something new will
awfully
reveal
on
itself.
our butt.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a big breakthrough.
A bake through. I want a bake through.
Somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure, tell me.
Tell me about non-stop debate.
You can concentrate by holding down R1. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone is saying. It'll steady your aim while making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush.
Hey, you know how there's like tons of people debating at this? Does that make this a non-stop mass debate?
So I guess there's no
Gonna shoot you
question that
next.
the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Shoot him!
Nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and
Oh, you missed!
Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Dang it. Oh, case closed. Shit. Oh, lost our chance.
Reach the end.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen, but where does that...
Makoto must have taken it from the
Coming up.
Did it in secret.
Shoot her!
He was in the dining hall. And then he went and
What?
stabbed
You missed.
Sayaka with
How do I
it.
miss?
You just took too long to shoot the bolt that word gun.
The end.
So I guess there's no question, but where does that...
Makoto must have did it in secret. Nobody was in...
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
Yes, that is what I will say next. That's the logical conclusion.
Is this game compatible with the Wii Zapper?
God, that would kick ass.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
I want to get tea, and the knives were there, and then they were gone. So it disappeared while you were there? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Did you see anyone else come into the
Yeah,
dining
it
hall?
seems like the fucking next question,
No,
huh?
he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Hey man, don't spoil. Come on.
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway,
It's not
I didn't go
cheating.
to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Who was take knife?
Obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura
Oh
was
man, I
with
just
me
realized who
the entire time I
Haifumi
was
is.
drinking my tea.
He's here in this legal battle. He's clearly
I hate to have to
the
ask,
young
but just
version
Grossberg?
of Grossberg.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh
I
my.
got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Oh, Taka.
Hiyotaka, that's problematic. Don't misgender Sakura.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
They're not here anymore.
Oh, was it Junko?
Junko.
Sayaka.
Oh,
She's the
Sayaka.
one who came to the dining hall. And then later,
It was a
ended
suicide!
up dead.
Wait, did she take the knife? Oh, she probably took the knife for protection, huh?
Probably. She was saying she wanted something to protect herself with.
Yeah.
So the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Wait, what? They just said this! Why am I...
It's just a tutorial. They'll ask you a harder question later.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she
Maybe
left,
Sayaka
she
was
said
planning
she
to do a
just
murder
wanted
and then
to
she got
drink
murdered.
water.
Yeah.
But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Plot twist!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife
My
she
waifu!
took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Uh-oh.
See? He did do it after all.
God damn it, Toko, you piece of shit! Shut up!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. They're already blaming you for the murder.
Why do you think Hifumi has a kitty cat lips?
I don't know. Because he's anime?
Ah, okay.
Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something is missing.
I
from
don't know
the
that
scene
word.
That by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin.
So many things are going on with this.
As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known.
What? Don't.
What?
Stop it.
By shooting the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick. Oh, I'm bad at this. Shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage. This, you run out of time, you fail.
Good, and have fun!
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't.
Hangman Gambit. 4-letter word. Hi.
What is it?
I don't know.
Hair? Oh, hair.
Hair, yeah.
What?
You missed it. You gotta be quick. I think? I don't know. Hair.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. This seems
That's
like
right.
fun.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself. Not
Yes,
just
Celeste,
the
you
hair.
ding dong.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
The killer has hair.
It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom.
All around, the
and
voice acting
stabbed
is
her.
okay, but I don't really like
And how did the killer get into the bathroom?
Kyoko's voice.
Did they have any trouble with it?
I think she's a robot.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's fairly
I mean,
certain
I
that the
think
killer
she's
had
a
some
robot.
trouble getting
You
into
think
the
she's
bathroom.
actually a
I
robot?
think she's a robot.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you...
Oops.
Oops.
Killer struggled getting into my bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. This one.
This one.
I got it! Evidence
Gotcha.
that the killer had trouble
Take that.
getting into the bathroom.
Objection.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The
Shut
doorknob
up.
for my
Yes,
bathroom
Hiro, you don't even have
was
to be here right
completely
now.
broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn. Okay.
Non-stop debates, baby!
The number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots, it's essentially only one or lie or contradiction. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage.
No, my gauge!
Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail.
Sounds like a court penalty.
You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Good luck and have fun.
Have fun! Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
What?
There it is.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto?
Cheater.
We already know the answer.
Alright, so it's...
So, I know, it's the locked
Incident
door.
took place in the Sayaka was first. She
The
then
aiming
fled
for
into
this
the
is
killer
a little
really good.
Yeah.
Extremely very good.
Sayaka had locked it.
Cheater!
Friggin'
Finally, the culprit
To finish the job.
It was you! We already know the
Yeah, you
answer.
really appreciate how Ace Attorney handled this after playing this game, I assume.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Friggin'.
And finally,
This is really annoying.
Here, do you mind if I give it a
Yeah.
shot?
it was you! We already know the answer. The incident took place. Sayaka was first. She then fled into
Oh,
the
it has hella drift, dude.
Yeah,
This sucks.
that's why it's like...
The killer had to try because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes.
For some reason, that still doesn't make sense to me.
True.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
I guess so guys can't sneak into the room and then the shower when they're showering and perv on them.
Huh? What are you talking
But why don't they just lock their door?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason
Shut
the
up!
door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about
The
the scene of
switch
the crime.
nameplates.
No.
So they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. So in other words, the important detail was that they didn't know was that it took place in my room.
I got it!
Yeah.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Is
And
it?
yet, he's absolutely right.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Good one, King of Drool.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom.
And there would have been
Nice
a lock on
job.
the door, and they
Well
would have
done.
had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked
Is that your takeaway?
Something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer
Shut
would
up.
have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Oh, how easily we are convinced.
Oh, how the turntables.
Suddenly we jump to the other side.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Shut
what
up.
happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or
For real?
For
It does
real.
not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh,
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think
No.
so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
You can tell which characters have played Ace Attorney because they point a lot.
Yeah.
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
Because replica sword.
Because replica sword.
It's switching rooms, isn't it?
Yeah, did this say... Yeah, because someone tried to get in her room earlier.
Yeah.
I got it!
Got it.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch
Yeah,
rooms
because they all
in the first
murdered
place.
Sayaka.
Oh, hey, Crispy K.
No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I won't open it.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Oh!
What?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Don't
Why
talk
would
about
she
my
lie
waifu
about
like
something
that.
I know
She
you
was
don't want
setting
to
you
be
up,
serious,
son!
But look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
You can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh.
Why did you hide this evidence from us?
Yeah.
Stop edgeworthing us.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this? No.
Yes, no!
I didn't.
I mean, I don't know.
Of course you didn't.
My
Because the
waifu.
note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Yeah, no one could have.
Can't.
We all know what her signature looks like.
Let's get the ultimate handwriting analyst in here.
Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh god, do you have evidence too? Dorm nameplate. I don't really remember what's going on with the dorm nameplates, so this is gonna be kind of tough.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
But they switched the nameplates.
Okay, so do you think it was the last yellow statement?
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. It has to be because of what got switched.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But
That's
in the
fine.
note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
That I don't know how that could mean
So
anything.
if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
This one?
Exactly.
You think?
The room that
or
Makoto
yeah.
was staying in.
I think it's that one.
So in other words, even
Freaking-
if someone did read the
There's
note
also a
and
huge
did
delay.
what it
There's like
said,
this drift, and then when I shoot it, it actually doesn't shoot for a second.
It certainly would seem that way.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the last one.
Specifically, I see. Then they would have gone
Exactly. The room.
Boom, blast him.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Objection! Idioti!
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's
Switched?
right.
Switched?
The nameplates got
Nintendo
switched,
Switched?
just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who
That's
did it?
convincing. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates.
We're gonna answer this dang question right after this quick break.